Hello everyone, this is Simon from writtenlegalenglish.com and welcome to my end of the week video where I'm going to look at that short but incredibly problematic text that I asked you to have a look at on Tuesday. Okay, so this is the text I asked you to read on Tuesday and these are the tasks I asked you to think about. If you would like to do this task now, then pause the video, think about it for a few moments and then come back. If you just want to see how I would redraft this, then keep on watching. The first thing I want to deal with is this horrible word, appurtenant. As I said in Tuesday's video, this is the first time I've ever seen this word. I've got no idea what it means. So I did what people do when they don't know what a word means. I went onto Google and I typed in define appurtenant or appurtenant, and you might think, okay, fine, easy, the dictionary will tell me what it means. Unfortunately, different dictionaries defined this word in different ways. So there were three, this is a sample of the definitions that I had. So constituting a legal accompaniment, auxiliary, accessory, relating, belonging or accessory, pertaining to something that attaches. And that last one was from a legal dictionary. And it's that last one that made the most sense to me. I mean, if I talk about a building and then I say auxiliary or accessory in relation to a building, what does that mean? But if I say pertaining to something that attaches, well, okay, attaches to a building, okay, that begins to make sense. But my point is this. If there is an easier word to communicate your message, particularly if the alternative is a word that not many people will understand, then use the easier word. Remember, you're writing to communicate a message. If you're writing and you're using vocabulary that no one will understand, then you are communicating a message, but the problem is the reader doesn't understand what you are saying. So you're not communicating your message. You're wasting your time and you're wasting the reader's time. Can you imagine a reader every time they don't know what a word is, they have to go to a dictionary and then they have to work out what that word means? No one's going to do that. It's business reality. Too much. We haven't got that much time to waste. We read a message, we need to understand it, we need to get on with the activity. We don't have time to invest in working out what you are trying to say as a writer. So always choose the simpler but yet professional vocabulary to communicate a point. Now I want to deal with the main message, and I'm going to show you my redraft, and in that redraft you're going to see what I did to the vocabulary such as non-exclusive right to use, in common with other tenants, and any and all. Okay, so here is my redraft. All building tenants have the right to use the following areas. List of areas. What did I do with that vocabulary? I made it disappear. Why? Because I don't think it's essential. I don't think it's needed. Why? Think of the context. The context of this is that it will be in a contract for a tenant, and in that contract there will be a section on common areas, and this is, I am assuming, from that part of the contract. So when you live in a block of flats, let's just say it's a block of flats, there will be areas which are common, where it's the corridors, the stairwells, and maybe outside the block of flats there's a communal park or an area of green space or something like this. I think from a common sense point of view, tenants will understand that not one person has the right to just claim that property in some way. So therefore, I don't think it's necessary to say non-exclusive right to use, because I think it's obvious. In common with other tenants, once again, I think it's obvious. Any and all, I think, is just unnecessary emphasis. I think, in my opinion, the main message is as simple as this. All building tenants have the right to use the following areas. Now, let me know what you think. Do you think that my redraft is too severe? Is there a legal requirement to support the use of non-exclusive right to use, in common with other tenants, any and all? If there is, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed the video. The reason why I made this video was because sometimes you do have to go through that process of taking an axe to your own writing to decide what is important, what is not important. If it's important, then put it back in. And go through that process of removing text, putting it back in, removing text, putting it back in. So at the end of the day, you're left with the text that really does communicate your message, and then you can think about how to structure that text to make your writing a successful piece of writing. All right, guys, have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you again on Tuesday, and please think about following me on Facebook, subscribing on YouTube, connecting to me on LinkedIn, or supporting me on my Patreon page. See you later.